Jai Sitaram. Balakand, Chapter 4. As discussed before, this is one of the pivotal chapters of Valmiki Ramayana because we get to have a lot of information about this epic. One of the information that we see in this chapter was discussed in great detail in the previous two sections, and that is the purposes of this epic. This is mentioned in 1.4.7. This is one of the pivotal verses of Valmiki Ramayana, so everyone should know this by heart. Kavyam Ramayanam Kritsnam Sitaya Charitam Mahat Paulastya Vadham Iti Evam Chakara Charita Vrata. The sage wrote this epic as Ramayana, Sitaya Charitam Mahat, and Paulastya Vadham. So, the sage has already composed this epic. Kusa and Lava have fallen at his feet and they are begging him to teach them this glorious tale of Lord Rama. And Valmiki continues that this is the purpose of this particular epic. Now let us go on to the next verse, that is verse 8. पाठ्ये गेये च मथुरम प्रमाणे त्रिभिर अन्वितम जातिभिः सप्तभिः युक्तम तंत्री लय समन्वितम. This epic can be read or sung. It is extremely melodious when adapted to music with 3 scales and 7 tunes. And it is suitable to the tunes of stringed instruments and rhythm. So now we get further instructions about the epic itself. So pathye geye, that means that it can either be read or sung. And it is extremely mathuram. It is very sweet, very melodious. We will see that Kusa and Lava sing the epic in front of Lord Rama using a stringed instrument, veena, but it can also be read. If you are not a good musician, you can also read this particular epic. So it is pathye gaye cha mathuram. And it is in tribhir anvitam. So it is in 3 different scales. It can be adapted in 3 different scales. And it is jatibih saptabih yuktam. So it is classified into 7-fold methods. And it is tantri laya samanvitam. Tantri means stringed instruments. And laya samanvitam means you can use a stringed instrument in accompaniment with singing this glorious epic. The 3 different scales, for those who know music, they are dhrita, madhyama and vilambita. And the 7-fold classifications of svara are shadja, madhyama, gandhara, nishada, rishabha, daitava, and panchama. And these are the 7 different classifications of svaras. And all these svaras, all these scales are mentioned in this particular epic. You can sing them in all these 3 scales and all these 3 svaras as well. Verse 9. Rasai sringara karuna hasya raudra bhayanakai Veeratibeh raser yuktam kavyam etad agayatam. This epic gives perfect expression to every sentiment that moves the human breast. Love, heroism, disgust, terror, pathos, wonder, mirth, calm, and fear. So this is also extremely important. The mellows that are mentioned in Valmiki Ramayana. It is said that all the mellows are mentioned over here. Every single thing is here. For example, Sringara, Karuna, Hasya, Raudra, Bhayanaka, Veera, and Adhibi, and others. So we have prominently Sringara, that means love or romance. Then you have Karuna, that means pathos. Then you have Hasya, that means comedy. Then you have Raudra, that means anger or fury. Then you have Bhayanaka, that means fear. And you have Veera, that means valor. And these are the 6 prominent rasas or mellows that are mentioned in this particular epic. So the prime relationship over here is between Rama and Sita. That is the Sringara aspect of it. Because the one who is closest to the Lord is Mother Sita. And this is confirmed by the Ayodhya Vasis. When Mother Sita follows Rama into the forest, the ladies and men of Ayodhya say that of all the women, Sita is the most fortunate because she is the one who resides in Rama's heart. Obviously, Rama is very fond of all his devotees. The relationship that Rama has with his various devotees, ranging from different bhavas, constitute the entire epic. In Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi Leela 1 through 56, it's mentioned, the transcendental rasas or relationships can be divided into 5. The initial stage is called Shantarati, wherein one who is liberated from material contamination appreciates the greatness of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. One who attains this stage does not exactly engage in the transcendental loving service of the Lord, for this is a neutral stage. The second stage, which is called Dasyarati, a person appreciates his position as being everlastingly subordinate to the Supreme Lord, and he understands that he is eternally dependent on the causeless mercy of the Supreme Lord. At that time, there is an awakening of natural affection, such as is felt by a son who grows up and begins to appreciate his father's benedictions. At this stage, the living entity wants to serve the Supreme Lord instead of serving Maya or illusion. In the third stage, called Sakhyarati, the transcendental love is developed and one associates with the Supreme on an equal level of love and respect. As this stage is further developed, there is joking and such relaxed exchanges as laughing and so on. On this level, there are fraternal exchanges with the Supreme Person and one is free from all bondage. At this stage, one practically forgets his inferior position as a living entity, but at the same time, he has the greatest respect for the Supreme Person. In the fourth stage, called Vatsalyarati, the fraternal affection evinced in the preceding stage develops into paternal affection. At this time, the living entity tries to be the parent of God. Instead of worshipping the Lord, the living entity, as a parent of the Supreme, becomes an object of worship for the Supreme Person. At this stage, the Lord depends on the mercy of his pure devotee and puts himself under the control of the devotee to be raised. The devotee in this stage attains the position wherein he can embrace the Supreme Lord and even kiss his head. In the fifth stage, called Madhurarati, there is an actual transcendental exchange of conjugal love between the lover and beloved. It is at this stage that Krishna and the damsels of Vraja glanced at one another, for on this platform there is an exchange of loving glances, motions of eyes, pleasant words, attractive smiles, etc. We also know that there are 2 different styles of Madhurya Rasa, and they are Svakiya and Parakiya. Svakiya is shown by Mother Sita, the various Lakshmis of the various Vaikuntha worlds, and also the queens of Dwaraka. Parakya is shown by the gopis who, though not married directly to Lord Krishna, loved him so very much. In the Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Leela, chapter 8, verse 88, it is said, Paripurna Krishna Prapti e prema haite, e premara vasha Krishna kahe bhagavate. Complete attainment of the lotus feet of Lord Krishna is made possible by love of Godhead, specifically Madhurya Rasa or conjugal love. Lord Krishna is indeed captivated by this standard of love. This is stated in Srimad Bhagavatam. In the purport, it is mentioned. To explain the topmost quality of conjugal love, Srila Krishnadasa Kaviraja Goswami gives the example of material elements, sky, air, fire, water, and earth. In the sky or space, there is the quality of sound. Similarly, in air, there are the qualities of sound and touch. In fire, there are three qualities: sound, touch, and form. In water, there are four qualities: sound, touch, form, and taste. Finally, in earth, there are all five qualities: sound, touch, form, taste, and also smell. Now, one can see that the quality of the sky is in all, namely, in air, fire, water, and earth. In earth, we can find all the qualities of material nature. The same can be applied to the rasa known as Madhurya Rasa or conjugal love. In conjugal love, there are the qualities of neutrality, servitorship, fraternity, and paternal affection, as well as those of conjugal love itself. The conclusion is that through conjugal love, the Lord is completely satisfied. Conjugal love or Madhurya Rasa is also known as sringara rasa. It is the conclusion of Srimad Bhagavatam that in the complete combination of loving service to the Lord, namely in conjugal love, the Supreme Lord fully agrees to be under the control of the devotee. The highest form of conjugal love is represented by Srimati Radharani. Therefore, in the pastimes of Radha and Krishna, we can see that Krishna is always subjugated by Srimati Radharani's influence. Of course, Radharani comes under the Parakya form of Madhurya Rasa or Sringara Rasa, and Mother Sita comes under the Swakiya form of Madhurya Rasa or Sringara Rasa. And this particular purport very clearly indicates that the Lord himself is influenced by the person who is in Sringara Rasa. So, we have already seen that the purpose of this epic is Sitaya Charitam Mahat. That particular quality is further emphasized in the rasas, wherein it's mentioned that Rama himself is completely bound by the affection that Sita showers upon him. In Ayodhya Kand, he spends chapters and chapters trying to convince Mother Sita not to accompany him to the forest, and then finally he has to accede to her request. Then we see Mother Sita being kidnapped, and Rama spends 6 chapters or so lamenting her disappearance. We see that Rama wages this major war, all to retrieve Mother Sita. Sita is Goddess Lakshmi herself. She doesn't need anyone to come and save her. She is more than capable of doing that by herself. If Hanuman can burn the entire city of Lanka, Mother Sita can obviously do that. And this is mentioned by Mother Sita herself. She says that, "Oh Ravana, I'm more than capable of reducing you to ashes, but I'm not doing so because I don't have the mandate from Lord Rama." So Mother Sita undergoes all these trials and tribulations because she wants the honor of killing Ravana, the glory of killing Ravana and saving this entire world to go to Lord Rama. And this way we can see that Rama and Sita are in this unique bond where each one loves the other more than themselves. Rama loves Sita more than he loves himself, and Sita loves Rama more than she loves herself. Therefore, the primary rasa that we see here is sringara rasa or madhurya rasa. And we know the technical term for the madhurya rasa that we see in Ramayana, and that is the swakiya madhurya rasa or sringara rasa. And this way, the Lord is completely realized. That is what is very important for us to learn. The Lord is completely realized in madhurya rasa. Therefore, of all the devotees of Lord Rama, there is no one who knows him as well as Mother Sita. Mother Sita is one whom Rama says is loftier than all his lives. Tvam pranepyo api gariyasi. He mentions the same verse over and over again in Aranyakand. Tvam pranepyo api gariyasi. Therefore, Sringara rasa is a very prime rasa in Valmiki Ramayana. We will go through the significance of the other 5 rasas that are mentioned in this particular verse in the next section. Jai Sitaram.